Let's just be real for a second. If you've ever felt like you're just stuck in the middle, not great, not terrible, just there, then this is for you. We're going to break down exactly how to get unstuck, one simple step at a time. So I want you to ask yourself this and be honest. Does that label average student kind of sting a little because it feels true? If it does, don't worry. You are in exactly the right place. You're not the one who's always shooting their hand up in class. You're not the one that everyone turns to for the answers. It kind of feels like those people are playing a totally different game, right? But here's the thing. You're not failing either. You're passing, you're getting by, you're doing just enough to stay afloat. And in a weird way, that almost makes it harder. You're not in a crisis, so no one's rushing to help. You're just okay. And that's what it really boils down to, isn't it? That feeling of being invisible. All the attention, it seems, to go to the superstars at the top and the students who are really struggling at the bottom. And you're just part of the background. So you decide, okay, today's the day. You sit down to study, you open the book, your intentions are pure, and then what happens? 5 minutes later, your phone is somehow in your hand and you're scrolling, and that wave of guilt just washes over you. It's this awful cycle that feels absolutely impossible to break. Okay, this is probably the most important slide of the whole explainer. We have to reframe this. Being average right now is not your problem. That's just where you are today. The real problem, the thing you're actually afraid of, is staying average forever. That's what we're here to solve. So let me be crystal clear about something. This has nothing to do with how smart you are. You are smart enough. What's missing isn't intelligence, it's the right tools. You're lacking simple systems to guide your day, a clear direction on where to put your energy, and honestly, the deep down belief that you can actually do this. All right, let's start building that first system, and it all begins the second your alarm goes off. We're going to talk about how to completely win the first hour of your day. I mean, here it is, the fundamental difference. Average students wake up already feeling behind, just reacting to whatever the day throws at them. Successful students, they wake up on purpose. They start their day with intention. And this isn't just a nice idea. Science actually backs this up. For the first 90 minutes you're awake, your brain is at its absolute peak for focus and learning. Think about that. It's like prime mental real estate. And what do most of us do with it? We fill it with social media, emails, and instant stress. We're wasting our best brain power. So here's the game plan. It's so simple. You wake up and you do not touch your phone for 30 minutes, just 30. Instead, do one tiny thing that serves your future self. Review one concept, read 2 pages, that's it. What this does is it builds a small win right at the start of your day. And that little win creates a spark of confidence that you can carry with you for hours. Okay, so you won the morning. Awesome. But now it's 2 p.m., the dreaded afternoon slump hits, and all those great intentions start to fade. Let's talk about procrastination, but probably not in the way you're used to thinking about it. You have to get this because it changes everything. Procrastination is not you being lazy. It is not a character flaw. It's actually a fear response. It's your brain trying to protect you from the pain of failing, or the confusion of not knowing where to start, or maybe the scariest one of all. What if I try my absolute hardest and it's still not enough? So, how do you beat a fear response? You don't fight it head on. You trick it. You use the 10-minute rule. Just tell yourself, look, I'm just going to work on this for 10 minutes. That's all. The task is so small, so unscary that your brain doesn't put up a fight. And you know what usually happens? Once you start, you often just keep going. And please, burn this into your brain. The goal of the 10-minute rule is not to finish perfectly. The goal is simply to start. It's about making a tiny bit of progress, because progress, any progress, is infinitely better than waiting for some perfect moment that's never going to arrive. Now let's jump to the end of the day. This is where so many people sabotage tomorrow's success. It's not about burning out, it's about recovering properly so you can end the day feeling strong. Sound familiar? You're lying in bed and your brain just starts attacking you with all the things you didn't do. I wasted the whole day. Well, that's okay. I'll get a fresh start tomorrow. But tomorrow just turns into the same story, the same guilt over and over again. We have to break that cycle. And here's how. A super simple night routine. First, before you go to sleep, find 3 things, no matter how small, that you did right today. You showed up, you tried for 10 minutes, whatever. Next, decide on just one priority for tomorrow.
This gives your brain a clear mission. And finally, put the phone away. Sleep isn't lazy. It's when your brain cleans itself out and solidifies what you learned. A rested brain is a fast brain.
Okay, we've got a system for the morning, the afternoon, and the night, but none of this stuff will stick without this last piece. This. This is the glue that holds it all together. It's the mindset shift that truly changes everything.
Look at this. The story you tell yourself becomes your reality. On one side, you've got the average identity. It's full of labels like, I'm just not smart, or I'm bad at this subject. On the other side, you have a successful identity, which says things like, I'm a person who is learning, or I am improving. Which story are you repeating in your head all day?
This is actually a fundamental principle of how our brains work. We think we're supposed to rise to the level of our goals, but we don't. We fall to the level of our identity. Your brain is a belief engine. Its job is to find evidence for whatever you tell it is true. So you have to start telling it a better story. So I want you to try saying this. Say it out loud right now if you can. I'm the kind of person who shows up, even when it's hard. You might not believe it at first. That's okay. Action comes first. You act your way into a new identity. You show up, and then your brain starts to believe, oh, I guess I am the kind of person who shows up.
And listen, if you take away nothing else, please let this sink in. You are not broken. You are not lazy. You are not permanently behind. You are just undirected. And the beautiful thing about being undirected is that you can learn a new direction. You can change course, 1 hour, one rule, one thought at a time. So I'm going to leave you with this question. Imagine the person you want to be in a few years. They're watching you right now. They're watching the choice you're about to make. What are you going to show them? Go make them proud.